Four-wheel drives are about to unleash well over 1,500 horsepower, and that's just on the front row. 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. Oh, and Hill is battling. What a superb drive from Steve Hill, but that was just a little bit too aggressive maybe. Oh, and Hill has had to go to third. We're on board with Andy Scott, and Hill, what a brilliant run down the outside, but unfortunately, was it a little bit too much? And Duran leads. Duran leads. This is the worst nightmare for Steve Hill. As Pat Duran leads, Gibson in second place, then Hill, then Scott, and we've actually got a rear-wheel drive car ahead of a four-wheel drive. So that's Bird and Binks battling. Pat Duran in control momentarily of this round. A long way to go for this five-lapper as they are trying to find their way through the dust. As we're looking at Steve Hill, and Steve Hill leaving the door open, and Scott going through with the Peugeot. So Steve Hill going very, very wide indeed, and losing another position and losing touch with what could be the last chance for him to hold on to his 2009 title aspirations. Now we're on board with Jamie Bird in the super modified Renault Clio V6, the 3.5 litre engine mounted behind him, and Bird is closing in on Steve Hill. Steve Hill being closed down by the super modified Renault behind him. Well, that's one thing that you really didn't expect, and Hill very sideways, almost spinning it. And Hill now being the absolute logjam. And we've got Binks trying to go around the outside of Bird. And Bird can see his chance, and so can Binks. And Bird and Hill go wide, and Binks does go through. We're on board with Bird. There goes Binks, he's lost the position, and Godfrey's through as well. So Bird's having a complete nightmare. Steve Hill has lost about 3 places in 2 corners, but we're back with the leaders. This battle for the victory here at Pembrey at the penultimate round. It's being headed at the moment by Pat Duran. Lawrence Gibson sliding the Metro in, and we're back on board with Bird into the hairpin. Oh, he must be spitting feathers. I had to say it. Now we're on board with Andy Scott, and this gives you an idea of what the racetrack is like after now 2 days of rallycrossing around this Pembrey racetrack. They cut back onto the concrete area, and this is getting very slippery indeed. A few little bits of holes appearing, but nothing that these cars can't stand up to. Pat Duran, no problems at all for his number 46 Ford Fiesta. The pop and whiz of the turbo as he gets off the gas, it releases the pressure, but the pressure piling on what was championship contender Steve Hill. He's been passed by all of these guys. The two-wheel drive cars battle amongst themselves. Julian Godfrey got the advantage ahead of Jamie Bird at the moment. That battle is for 5th position. The four-wheel drive 550 horsepower cars obviously leaping away into the distance. Pat Duran out of the hairpin. A hand on the trophy, literally, of the 2009 championship. All he's got to do is keep it on the island, keep it smooth. Steve Hill, the mechanics for the Mitsubishi, they did a superb job overnight to change the engine. But again, some bad luck has befallen him today, and Pat Duran is going to get maximum points here at this penultimate round of this year's British Rallycross Championship. He's surely going to wrap up the 2009 title with that victory. Gibson gets a superb battling 2nd position, and Andy Scott gets